What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, back here with another video. And today, we're going to be talking about a milestone that was nerfed by Scopely. That's essentially stealing gear tier 20 from us. We're also going to be talking about people's reaction to Cosmic Crucible with overpowered. And we're also going to be talking about just the community in general, specifically on Reddit. But first, we wanted to talk about Thunderbolts. You can see here, I have Ghost and Taskmaster hearted. So those are going to be two of the Thunderbolt reworks that are going to be part of the new bio raid team. That's right, Ghost is going to be getting the bio tag. Same thing with Taskmaster. And we do have 3 new characters coming to the game. We've got Hyperion, Songbird, and Victoria Hand. And if you haven't seen the video that I did on the kits, you should absolutely go check it out. I'll put the link in the description for that one. It's a crazy, crazy kit. This team is going to be good in pretty much every game mode that's not arena. They're going to be extremely Crucible meta, ridiculous in war, and obviously, you know, taking care of those raid nodes for you. So absolutely go check out that video. They are ridiculously good. They've got turn meter rewinds. They've got I was trying to see if they were in game or not. They've got turn meter rewinds. They've got high speed. They've got turn meter gainage on Hyperion's kit. They've got taunts. They've got energy. They've got a lot of stuff. So check out that video. The team is absolutely insane. Let's go over to the milestone here, and they made this change and didn't say anything. So on the Crimson Storm milestone, this is going to be the milestone that you have to essentially raid with your alliance. So it was pretty easy, and then you also earn allied supply 7 orb fragments. Those are usually from like free claims and stuff like that. And you'll see here that these milestones were pretty easy, and this had run for I think 2 weeks. And you get some Havoc shards, you get some gold orbs as well, which I actually have like 85 gold orbs. Cool. Some of the monthly currency, and then some Crimson gear. But for the last milestone, you were getting the X coins, which you're using in the X coin shop to buy gear tier 20, right? So at 100,000 X coins, that's like 8 pieces of gear tier 20, and that's a good amount. Like that's pretty helpful. As 8 or 9 pieces, some mega gold orbs too. But they changed this amount, so it's 680,000, and it used to be I think 600,000. So they made it so you can't complete this free to play now. You have to spend as an alliance to get this. So they're essentially stealing gear tier 20 from us out of our rosters. Just right out. Hey, remember how you had this? Well, you were getting too much. So guess what? Now we're stealing it from you and we're taking it back. Good. Sorry, we don't want that. We don't want that in your account anymore. So, and yeah, I'm not sure why Scopely wanted to do that, but here we are. It's whatever. I don't know. I feel like this might be unintentional, but I feel like it's also not, because it's Scopely and they probably wanted to do this and they're like, wow, you're just getting too much gear. Might as well stop that. We can't have too much gear going out. Can't have people getting Professor X without spending money. So that's not happening. All right, let's get into Reddit. And yeah, the general feeling around Crucible is not great. So Overpower is the final straw. The final game mode that I enjoyed for playing for skill and being able to craft teams and make huge punch-ups against stupid whales is done. There's literally no reason for me to play a free-to-play this game anymore. So I'm not going to. Thanks, Scopely. And then some of the replies, it's honestly impressive how quickly they made this game suck to play, whether you're winning a match or not. Losses feel unfair and wins feel unearned. And that's kind of echoing a statement that we talked about when we were looking at Reddit posts, I think it was last week, for Kraken's perspective, or Big Spender's perspective on Overpowered, that they didn't like it either. They just felt like the wins that they were getting weren't fun. They weren't competitive. It was just like, cool, I win faster and I just smash them. It's not fun. And that's kind of the general overarching issue with Overpowered, is it's uninventive and just not a fun mechanic that was really like cool for our roster, and it was a new way to upgrade and stuff like that. It was just like, cool, you get it for doing the same things that you've done before. which whatever. It's not that great. I don't know. It just feels bad. And then next up, talking about the Thunderbolts. So talking about Thunderbolt candidates for reworks who lost to Taskmaster and Ghost. Why not add the Thunderbolt tag to all of them and update their stats to post-Ares stats? So talk about like U.S. Agent, Winter Soldier, Yelena Beleva, I can never say her name correctly, and Red Guardian. The reworks to Taskmaster and Ghost are so mild, I can't believe it took them more than 5 minutes to do. Why not do the same for Yelena, Winter Soldier, etc., and let people choose to play with their favorite characters for other modes? It would also allow players to keep Taskmaster with Underworld for war. But they don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that level of theory crafting where you can have you could have Taskmaster still with Underworld. Like they're trying to retire Underworld a little bit because they're way too good in war, I feel. They're ridiculously good. They're like, what, 2 years old, and they're still top pretty good. Like they're still like a B- team on offense. Like they're still pretty solid. Teams with more than 5 characters in them are fun. I agree. I absolutely agree that teams with more than 5 characters are great. This is done before with Weapon X, Illuminati. Illuminati was 1 character, and you dropped Iron Man. Iron Man didn't really count as a 6th. He was really a 5.5. You didn't use him. It doesn't have to be full reworks like with Sinister 6, although that would have been ideal. And yeah, Sinister 6 was kind of the best of the everything. Like we still use Vulture, we still use Mysterio. Like that was the best reworks ever. Just add the tag and update the stats. No need to add dual traits to all of them, as the raid team base is already there. The issue with this is, I agree, I would love this. In a perfect world, this would be great. Give us more reworks. Rework Winter Soldier, Red Guardian as a pre-taunting tank with rework stats would be awesome. I have no idea what Yelena does, so don't ask me. It would be cool, right? But the problem is that comes with a lot of balancing around it, and it also comes with, it could continually complicate war defense, which is what they're trying to get away from, which is why they're trying not to go with a bunch of prescriptive they're going with more prescriptive teams, which is also interesting because Thunderbolts look like they're going to be insane everywhere. So I don't know what the thought process was there, because they're like, wow, we don't want these teams being insane everywhere. So raid teams are going to be raid teams and war teams are going to be war teams. And then they came out with Thunderbolts, and now Thunderbolts are going to be good, presumably everywhere. So I don't know, it's kind of odd because like Vigilante is good only in raids and a little bit in war offense after the buffs they gave them. And I don't know, it's weird. It feels like Starjammers is only good in Crucible, and they're like staying in their lanes, but now Thunderbolts are coming in and just going, hey, hold my beer. Thunderbolts are going to be good everywhere. So I don't know. It's odd. They say one thing and then they do the other with the next team. So I don't know. It's peculiar, but I'm here for it. Thunderbolts are insane. I'll take it. And then next and last up, players on this subreddit need to seriously reevaluate their relationship to the game. I'll get downvoted to hell for this, but it needs to be said. The overwhelming majority of posts on this sub are complaints. Yes, because Reddit loves salt. Are you new here, sir? That's the point of Reddit. We come here to complain, sir. What? Oh, God, this guy doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. No matter what the event, no matter the update, there will be dozens of posts complaining about it. Now, I do kind of agree with this to a point. I feel like there are some people in the community that are just like Chicken Little, and the sky is always falling, and the game's always dying, and player bases their players are leaving in masses, and the game's in maintenance mode. That was a big thing too. But you can't blame them for thinking like that when Scopely does things like Overpowered and Captain Britain and the Old Man Logan Stargate and things like that that just don't sit well with us. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of cool stuff coming to the game. These ages look awesome. The chapters look cool. I hope there's a lot more PvE gameplay in the chapters. We've got roguelike game mode coming. We've got the currency issue getting fixed, the legacy store, the new event store that's going to be the chapter store essentially. So we're always going to pick what we want from the stores. That's going to be contingent on what things are actually in the store and how useful they are and how big the stacks are and how much everything costs, obviously. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. There's a lot of really good things coming to the game. And honestly, I am excited for the future of Marvel Strike Force. Don't get me wrong. I know Overpowered has soured a lot of people's thoughts on this game. But guess what? It's going to get better. It will. I have a feeling they're going to end up... they're going to end up either nerfing Overpower, which I really hope they do. I'm hoping they do. But if they don't, then guess what? Krakens are going to get their advantage for a couple months before we catch up to them. And then we'll be caught up to them. And then Hopefully the next goalpost isn't released right when we start catching up to them, so then we get screwed over by overpowered again. If they do that, then yeah, this is going to have a problem. But if it's the way it's been, level 105, people were getting there faster than ever, so that wasn't too bad going into that. Gear tier 20, it seems like, is a lot slower of a drip than it was for like purple ISO. I know the Professor X Red's milestone is in there, and I have no prayer finishing that, and it's only 30 days compared to the Odin one that was like 60, I think. So very interesting. I don't know. There's a lot to come in the future, but I am definitely excited for the future of Marvel Strike Force. Minus overpowered. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.